Hey guys, this is me, Zacho3 here from the Eternal Tigers clan, and I will be doing my human lore video today. This series is a little bit, this human lore series might be a little bit big because the history of the humans is pretty large. Sorry, I'm kind of sick, but so I might have to make this into separate parts. I did say I was gonna be posting this video on Halloween, which it's actually 30th. I started it today because I might have to put it into separate parts. So yeah, let's get started.
Emboldened by the return of their heroic king, Varian Wrynn, the proud humans of Stormwind led the Alliance to victory in its war against the dreaded Lich King. While successful, the campaign in Northrend proved costly, and the humans now seek to bolster their strategic holdings throughout the world. Under Varian's daring leadership, humanity now braces itself for a renewed conflict with its perennial enemy, the Horde. Yet, as the great cataclysm rips across the world, familiar threats have once again arisen closer to home. It now falls to you to defend the kingdom and uphold the honor of humanity.
So the introduction to the humans. Humans are among the youngest race of Azeroth. On Azeroth, I meant. But they make up for it being the most populous. With lifespans generally shorter than the other races, humans strive all the harder to achieve great heights in empire building, exploration, and magical study. Their aggressive and inquisitive nature lead the human nations to become active and influential in the world. Such was the case prior to the Orcs' original invasion through the Dark Portal. Human kingdom suffered greatly in the 3 wars against forces of the demonic Burning Legions, creating the Horde in the first 2 and the Scourge in the 3rd. Many humans fell in the 3rd war, leaving behind battered yet unbowed survivors in the human expedition. Under the command of Sorceress Jaina Proudmoore, following the Prophet advice to Thrall as well, this group of Lordaeron survivors settled on the wild continent of Kalimdor, where they founded Theramore. Two later, the Horde, under Garrosh Hellscream rule, completely destroys the town. Lordaeron, a former human city, is decimated, a battlefield for forest trolls, the Scourge, Forsaken, and ogres, and other creatures. The few humans who remain in Lordaeron struggle to keep their small settlements free of the villainy that boils around them. Stormwind, the first to feel the Orcs' rage, fares better and is the most powerful human nation remaining. Still, Stormwind is far from safe, and enemies persistently attack it. Humans value virtue, honor, and courage, though, like all races, they also pursue power and wealth. Humans have spent generations battling dark forces and have lost some of their greatest kingdoms to them. This loss embitters humans, and they have a few diplomacy that does not favor negations. Aided by belief in the Holy Light, humans have fought hard and endured much during the wars against the Horde and the Burning Legion. Despite all their tragedies, humans show hardiness, bravery, and nobility, and are roughly committed to building strong societies, reinforcing their kingdoms, and reclaiming their nations. Years of wars have tempered human resolve, giving them a determined nature. So that is the introduction of the humans. The humans are descendant of the Vrykul. I think I pronounced that right. Around 1500 years ago, the gods abandoned the Vrykul, and a certain time after, their children were born, weak and ugly. King Ymron ordered all those children to be killed, but not all parents obeyed this order, and instead hid their children to grow up far away from Northrend. The earliest known history indicates that they may have been called the Azotha. I think I pronounced that right. Between the finding of magic from the Well of Eternity and the Sundering, approximately 1400 to 10,000 years ago, the Azotha became the humans. They were nearly as savage as their foes among the trolls, and both groups wandered the land, battling each other while trying to plant the seeds of their cultures. The trolls actively hunted these humans. These nascent humans saw the Kaldorei as shadowy figures with godlike powers, but were sometimes captured and used as slaves by them. Centuries before the War of the Ancients, the Bear Ancients Urzok and Ursul befriended many generations of humans and Kaldorei, and were beloved in return. When the Night Elves fought the demons during the War of the Ancients in their lands, the humans and the trolls retreated deep into the wild. Groups of endangered humans or Night Elves were guided away from the Doomguard by Avina, disguised in a mortal form. After the surrendering, the human tribes teetered for thousands of years on the brink of extinction, as their numbers were winnowed by an increased struggle for resources. The persevered explored the continents in search of game, wood, and refuge. These years were nearly the race's last, as it eked out subsistence from the ashes and the aftermath of the destruction until the sun returned. The surviving tribes of humans sent out into pride bands to explore the reborn world and to find their long-lost brethren. Slowly trade routes were established across the revitalized world. The early humans may have had access to divine spells through worship of the old gods or early cults that would become the Church of the Holy Light. Humans joined the forefront of Azerothian history. Azerothian, I think I pronounced that right. History during the Troll Wars. With the help of the Night Elves, humans learned magic and waged a bitter war against the trolls that once spanned the entire length of the Eastern Kingdoms. Eventually, humanity won against the trolls, and they built their own nation of Strom, and later Empire of Arathor. Arathor gradually expanded this splintered into seven separate, sometimes warring empires for over 1,200 years until the creation of the Alliance. Now we're going to go into some recent history. The recent invasion of the Burning Legion, which left northern kingdom of Lordaeron in ruins, Stormwind now stands as the last bastion of human civilization, following the heroic examples of the legendary Sir Lothar and King Lane. The knights and warriors of Stormwind are considered to be among the fiercest warriors in the land. They stand resolute in their charge to maintain the honor and might of humanity. Immediately after the events of the Third War, Azerothian, humanity was on the ropes, and the race's future was somewhat in question. Historians argue that humans have perhaps suffered the most out of all races of Azeroth, having endured a bloody genocidal invasion by the demon-corrupted orcs and losing almost all their population to the plague. Out of the millions that once populated the Eastern Kingdoms and sprawling sturdy cities, only hundreds of thousands still live. Despite this, in recent years the humans have devoted themselves to struggling back from the brink of racial extinction. Human lands are gradually being repopulated, and the humans have been able to consistently maintain strong garrisons for their cities as well. The humans' primary threat now, other than the Scourge, is the Forsaken, who are continuing their attempts to expand south from Tristful into Athrathi. However, the human presence in the region remains strong, with the remnants of Lordaeron and Stormguard, causing the Hizbarad area to be one of Azeroth's major battlefields. Despite all this, humans continue to be vigilant and have banded closer together and with the Alliance as a whole. Today, King Varian Wrynn oversees Stormwind under the watch of the Council of Nobles. During the absence of King Varian, the Kingdom of Stormwind lost much of its glory due to corruption from within. Still remains some ties with the towns of Darkshire, Lakeshire, Goldshire, and South Shore, and to a lesser extent, Monthil Harbor. These towns fall under the protection of the leadership of Stormwind, but they also have their own local militia and independent democratic election, excluding Goldshire. Note that these independent forces are still under the Alliance. Theramore Isle is an independent state that keeps close ties with Stormwind and is under attack, while under the watchful leadership of the young mage Jaina Proudmoore. Formerly of Kulturas. The merchant nation of Kulturas itself, still a strong member of the Alliance, is also an independent state under the rule of Lord Admiral Tandred Pradmore, brother of Jaina, and son of Deline Pradmore, a hero from the Second War. The city-state of Dalaran, with its powerful mages, still remains same control over Hillsbrad and Silverpine Forest, and has recently moved its capital above Crystal Long Forest in Northrend to battle the threats arising here. In addition, there is an independent human enclave in the Arathi Highlands, the remnants of the kingdom of Stormguard. It is rumored the once allied empire of Gilneas is still flourishing and populated with humans, but no words has been heard of them for years. Well, in Cataclysm, we've heard of them clearly. I do not have that much information. You guys already know what happens with, mostly you guys know what happens with the humans, and in the expansion packs. I'll go through all the expansion packs, or the expansion packs, whatever. Okay, so in the Burning Crusade, well, here, I'll just start from vanilla. So vanilla World of Warcraft, or WoW. Humans are just humans back then. Still had Varian Wrynn. And then when Burning Crusade comes along, the humans go into the Outland and, create their base. I forgot what it's called, actually. Here, I will look that up on the map. And what they do is they build this camp in Hellfire Peninsula, Honorhold, and they just help fight back off the, what is it called? Oh yeah, the Burning Legion during that time. And then we transfer over to Wrath of the Lich King, and humans go back to Northrend, and they battle, like we said, what was it again, like Crystal Long Forest, Northrend, to battle Rising here, and, battle the Lich King. We transfer over to Cataclysm. Humans go and help defeat Deathwing. That's basically it. We transfer over to the Mists of Pandaria. Well, I think it's Mists of Pandaria, right? Yeah, it's Mists of Pandaria, I believe. So in Mists of Pandaria, Anduin Wrynn goes and gets on a ship and travels to this unexplored land, and he gets lost there, and his dad is all worried, which is King Varian Wrynn. And we have to go find him. Like, we have to send the S-117 party, I believe. And we send them there to bring back Anduin. And we find the Pandarian, and for the Alliance side, we hook up with the Jinyu Brotherans. And yeah, that's about it for Miss Pandaria. I believe King Varian Wrynn, the faction leader of Stormwind, comes over, and he is in Miss Pandaria, and he checks it out, and he meets up with Anduin. Now we transfer over to Warlords, and Warlords, what do the humans do? Well, of course the humans help storm the portal and take down the portal of the red portal, whatever it's called, portal of destruction, I don't even know. And the humans just help in there. There's not a lot of that. Now in Legion, the newest expansion that's coming out soon, hopefully 2016, I believe. We believe that King Varian Wrynn will die, and Anduin Wrynn, son of Varian Wrynn, who is like the prince, I believe. I don't even know. Takes over Stormwind, we believe. And there's no current. Yeah, Anduin's the prince. And there's no current information really upon Anduin becoming the faction leader or the king of Stormwind for the Alliance. We have no information about that yet. But we did see some pictures for the Legion stuff. If you guys did watch that, I'll probably put the picture up soon. And so yeah, I'll go over the rest of the things we need to know for the human history for World of Warcraft, of course. Guys, so this is the only picture I saw for that picture of King Varian Wrynn in the Legion expansion reveal. This is the only picture I saw. So of course that's him, and we get visual of what happens. We don't really know what happens. It's just a visual of him. So the humans' culture is very different. So humans seem to be naturally proud and ambitious race. The humans of Azeroth have very strong sense of triumphalism and have been known to be arrogant and overzealous and vainglorious. Humans have also regularly displayed noble and altruistic attitudes and actions. These qualities have led to human society producing notable and heroic villainous figures in recent history. Most humans take comfort in having an orderly society. Humans prefer live in villages, towns, and cities. Few humans understand the reverence of the nature of night elves and Tauren possesses, and the most rural or rugged lifestyle a human has shown to possess is that of a farmer, bandit, or a soldier. Human cities are extremely large, bustling, and lively. Outside city walls is the countryside. The human peasantry provide basic resources to the rest of the kingdom. The peasant farms, mines, and chops wood. In the city, merchants trade goods, while craftsmen practice and perform their trades, and businessmen provide services at the top of the social hierarchy. The nobility who sit within their race castles, making important political decisions on the running of the kingdom. Despite the desire for order that generally exists among humans, some groups do divide. Oh my freaking! I cannot say any freaking damn word. Okay, divide from this cultural trait and possesses no loyalties toward their established political leaders. This is especially true in times, and certainly for humans. Before the Third War, there were humans in northern lands of Lordaeron that were swayed into joining the cult of the damned, banditry, sea piracy, and fanaticism. Amongst the humans has been on the rise of recently. Humans have a short lifespan, less than the majority of the other races of Azeroth. They are old at about 55 years of age, and at 70 years, they are vulnerable. Oh my freaking Jesus Christ! They are venerably with a maximum age between 72 and 110 years. Because of this, humanity strives to make the most out of what it has, and build legacies. This has led to the formation of different nations and orders across many lands, and to the forging of alliances not only between each other, but with other races, and seeking to do whatever is necessary to protect and secure their nations so future generations can live peacefully and safely. The human state of Stormwind, the leader of the Alliance, is formerly was the kingdom of Lordaeron. Until destruction at the hands of the undead Scourge, Stormwind is the largest remaining bastion of human population and strength in Azeroth. Humans are seen to be filled with unchecked passion of ambition. The desire for power and knowledge has allowed for some of the greatest mages to be human. The deep inner fire and emotions that brew within them have allowed many humans to master the holy light in ways unimaginably, leading the humans to establish the Knights of the Silver Hand as what are regarded as the most pious orders ever seen on Azeroth. Their loyalty, humans are capable of produces well-trained soldiers and mercenaries. that will easily stay and fight for their kingdoms and their leaders' causes, no matter how dire the situation may be. The relations. Humans began the alliance, and it could not exist without them. Humans and orcs joined forces to face the Burning Legion several years ago, but friction again returned once. They dispatched the demonic threat, although the alliance and the horde leaders bear a healthy respect for each another. Old racial hatreds are commonplace. Humans also look upon Tauren with suspicion, due to the ties Tauren have established with orcs. Humans dwarves have long enjoyed a good relationship, a bond only strengthened since the dwarves' latest discoveries have energized their archaeological efforts. Elves are a source of mystery and frustration, especially their exotic night elves, with whom they are allied. Humans dislike and destruct jungle trolls, and to an even greater extent Forsaken. They greatly respect gnomish technology's prowess. Through it is unknown exactly how they view the Gnomergan exiles and their current plight. Humans have been known to rarely intermarry with other races. The human paladin, Turalian, married the elven ranger, Elaria Windrunner, producing one son, Ronan, the leader of the Kirin Tor, is married Illyria's sister, Varisa. Less famously, a human woman who now named Tamara Wobbles Prockett married a gnome. Humans' faith. Humans follow the holy light. Cathedrals and churches stand in their cities, and their priests I have no idea what that sound was. Priests preside over followers, heal the wounded, soothe the weary, and crusade against what they consider evil. Humans have an order of holy warriors, paladins, who follow the holy light and crush evil and Catholic beings in its name. Paladins are wholly committed to defending the human nations. Originally, before the Third Great War, the faith among humans was centered upon the worship of Omoinkpent, I have no idea how to say that, deity, who created the entire universe, called God. Among this, they had mentions about angels, demons, and hell. Through later on, such characters were less mentioned. The Warcraft 3 manual even mentioned that the Warcraft universe was created by God. However, it is apparent that the Holy Light has become non-theistic after the Third Great War, and is odd why they would worship God if they descended from titanic creations known as the Vrykul. Perhaps Titans were also created by God. In Warcraft 1, a church would say Deo Gratis, if clicked upon, meaning thank God. In Latin, it is probably changed through the lore, as the detail may reflect too much upon gamers in real life. Possibly changing the holy light to non-theism. Apparently elven allies of humans within the alliance during the not monotheistic times were alongside polytheistic, as Milan, as praying to the gods, and even described his allies also as polytheistic. Humans can practice arcane magic and divine magic. The masteries of these arts are reviled on Azeroth, perhaps only by the High Elves, Blood Elves, and the Draenei. These magics are used to heal and create in times of peace, and to harm and destroy in times of war. Humans have relatively good understanding of science and technology. However, this understanding does not come close to that of their dwarven and gnomish allies. The efforts of human engineers are laughable when compared to those of the dwarves and gnomes. These races have provided their advanced artillery, metalworking, and engineer skills to the Alliance during the times of war. These considerable benefits include the creation of the operation-powered siege engines and flying machines. The Deepburn Tram is a gnome-built mechanical wonder which serves as a speedy underground device transportation between Ironforge and Stormwind. Human architect is less pleasing to the eye. Elven architecture, utilizing the straight angles and simple materials such as wood and stone and mortar. However, human structures are much more resistant to damage than elven or horde structures. Human structures are not nearly as strong as dwarven structures, or advanced as gnomish architecture, but they are much easier to build, and human forts and towns can be built relatively quickly. Warfare. The armies of the human kingdoms are a force to be reckoned with. Well-trained footmen march to battle in plate armor, with kite shields and broadswords, whilst courageous knights, covered in heavy plate mail, ride headlong into battle atop their powerful, unique steeds, wielding mighty lances and swords. Behind the humans cover their allies. Cunning elf archers and dwarven riflemen provide the ranged support. Human and gnomish, and in the past, through there are some left high elven. Mages blast their enemies with magic, and priests use their divine magic to heal and aid wounded allies. Perhaps the most fearsome foe to evil and enemies of humankind on the battlefield are the mighty paladins, considered by many to be champions of the human alliance. These fearsome knights bring justice to their enemies and aid their allies with a combination of healing and aura magics and mastery with giant warhammers and massive rune blades. Human bases are very difficult to penetrate. The walls of their strongholds are tall and tough, and from their watchtowers they can see enemies approach from far away, attacking with siege weapon archers. While they advance behind the walls, an enemy would expect to meet ranks of dismounted knights and footmen, excluding their allies. During the Second War, the Horde lost many of its warriors laying siege to capital city, many of them killed by the city's ballistae and archers. Guys, that concludes for the human lore. Hopefully you guys liked it. I got most of my information from WoWWiki. Most of it. I've got some other sources, but wasn't that. I played it all by... No, well, I have a script. But, yeah, there's... Oh, probably don't want to play that. But, yeah, hopefully you guys liked my video. And, this... Oh, freak. I just hear, like, a loud buzzing noise in my, my headphones. But, sorry. But hopefully you guys like this human lore. And, I kind of Holy freak, what's up with that noise? Okay, but kind of misplaced some words, but you know, it's fine. So hopefully guys you like it, and please subscribe. Thank you. See you guys later. And also, I will be making that... Wait, when is the Draenei lore actually? The Draenei lore is coming up soon. November 23rd. Not that soon, but hopefully I can make some videos in that time. So anyways guys, thank you. See you guys later.